Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and this is the MagSafe Duo. So let's go ahead and unbox it. Get my unboxing knife here. There's no pull tab like a lot of the other Apple boxes. And let's go ahead and open it up. So here's the MagSafe Duo. We'll unfold this. I like these boxes since they don't have a lot of packaging in them. It's just easy to get them in and out. We'll set that aside. And this is the MagSafe Duo. Now this comes in at $129, but it doesn't come with a charger. So it's $129. Here's the box. And then it shows you that it folds up and you need a 20-watt adapter minimum. So let's go ahead and open this up. So we'll take the wrapper off. Let's open the box here. And inside, we have the charger here. So we've got MagSafe on one side, the watch charger on the other. We'll take a closer look at that in a moment. We've got a little bit of paperwork here. So safety and handling, regulatory compliance, and warranty summary. Put these away. And then we have a cable. So we get a USB-C to Lightning cable, which is a little bit strange. I thought it'd be USB-C to USB-C, but it's USB-C to Lightning. So let's go ahead and unwrap this. We'll put the box aside. And let's take a closer look at the charger. Now this has a little bit of a wrapper on it. Let me take this off. And this is the MagSafe Duo. So it closes like this. It will stay held shut. I think this has a little bit of a wrapper on it as well. This side folds up. Take the wrapper off. This side folds up so that you can charge your Apple Watch either laying flat or standing up. You've got your MagSafe on one side and then a lightning cable, lightning port, which is really surprising to me. I forgot about this. I thought it'd be USB-C. And then it closes like this. It has an Apple logo on one side and just the metal piece on the other. Now the material of this charger feels like Apple silicone, maybe like a silicone case, but a little bit less grippy. It has a smoother texture to it. It's not stitched or anything on the outside. It's sort of just molded plastic, it looks like, or sort of a rubbery feel. You see, I can push it over like this. So it's kind of a rubberized feel. It seems like it'll grip fine on a table, but it does slide a little bit. It's not as grippy as, say, the silicone Apple cases. Now let's take a look at the magnets inside. So we've got, oh, it looks like a lot more magnets than I thought. So it looks like you've got 4 magnets plus the MagSafe and then a magnet off to the side. And then on the other side, you have the same sort of thing. A magnet in the center of the Apple Watch charger, a magnet on the side, and 4 magnets to go along with it to hold it shut. On the other side, you can see the same magnets. So that's a little bit of a surprise. I didn't expect that. Let's go ahead and open it up. And if we place the watch on it, now only one side will charge the watch. The watch has a different sort of compatibility as far as charging. It's not Qi compatible. So you fold this up, and if you have a band like this loop here, you just set it into place like that. And then again, if you don't have the loop on, I guess you could set it down face down if you have a different sort of watch band. So maybe you're using a watch band that loops back and then plugs into itself. You can use that as well. So let me go ahead and plug this in. Now we'll plug in one side, and this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So just like your regular MagSafe, you want to use a 20-watt or higher charger to get the most out of this. However, if you use Apple's 20-watt charger, which is sold separately, this 20-watt charger, this will charge up to 11 watts with the MagSafe. Now that's faster than regular Qi wireless chargers. 7.5 watts is pretty typical for iPhones, but it will charge up to 11 watts because you're splitting power between both of them. However, if you use 27 watt or higher USB-C adapters, and again, sold separately, such as that comes with the MacBook Air. This is the 30-watt adapter. Apple says 27 watt or higher, which they don't sell a 27 watt, but this is a $49 adapter. It will charge up to 14 watts with the MagSafe connector. So let's go ahead and try a couple of them. So we'll plug this in, and again, plug it into the other side. And if we put the Apple Watch here to charge, it should start charging, and you'll see it's charging. Now, if I place my iPhone on the other side, it should charge the iPhone, and it is. So it's charging both, and it's only charging at 11 watts with the adapter. So again, if I put this on here, you've got the sort of animation with it charging. Now, if you want to charge a little bit faster, again, you can use that MacBook Air plug. You can use any above this as well. You can use all the way up to the 96 or 97 watt one with the MacBook Pro. Plug this in, and again, it should start charging in just a moment. So we'll detach them, put them back on, and again, they're both charging. So you get the little animation like you expect here. We'll give it a moment to realize it's not charging. Plug it back on, and you've got the animation that the watch is charging. Now, if you plug this into, say, the 18 watt adapter, let's see if it still charges. Now, the problem is we won't be able to measure how fast it's going to charge unless actually timing it. So again, let's unplug these for now. We'll plug it in, and let's see if it charges. So with the 18 watt adapter, it looks like it will charge, but we don't know how fast it's going to charge. Now, we can measure how fast it's going to charge, or at least how much wattage is going across. I do have a meter to measure that, so I thought we'd try that real quick. Now, before we get started, I have a couple different adapters I thought we'd try. So we have the 20 watt. We know what this will charge at according to Apple. This is the 18 watt though, and it's not even mentioned. So if you have an 18 watt from, say, an 11 Pro or an 11 Pro Max when you bought that phone, this may or may not work at a faster speed. We'll try that out. And then, of course, we already know that the 30 watt adapter will work, but there's third-party aftermarket adapters that we want to know as well. So I have two here. I have the Anker PowerPort Atom PD1. We know that this didn't work at 15 watts with the MagSafe adapter. I did that in a separate test. And then also I have the newer PowerPort 3 Nano from Anker. And we know that this works at 20 watts or 15 watts with the MagSafe adapter. So this is compatible. So I thought we'd try these out and see if it makes a difference. And also another thing to note is my phone is cool. It needs to be cooled down and also below 80% charge. I did let it drain a little bit so we could test this out and see what it's like. So those things are factors that you need to get the fastest speeds. So let's start with the 18 watt. Again, the 18 watt is on my right here. We'll plug it in. Then I'll take the shortest I could find, USB-C to USB-C, plug it in. We'll plug it into the top of the meter, and then we'll plug in the cable from the MagSafe Duo. So we'll plug it in like this. It's plugged in. Sometimes you need to flip it over for it to turn on. There we go. We'll wait for it to turn on, and then we'll put the phone on it. And we can see sort of what the charging is there. It's centered, it's locked into place, and it should start to ramp up the power. So we'll give it a minute. So with the 18 watt adapter, we're almost getting to 11 watts of power. So we're bouncing right around 10.6, 10.7 watts. You can see down here in the bottom right. If I put on the Apple Watch, it may slow down. Let's see. So I'll take the Apple Watch off, place it on the charger, and let's see what we've got now that that's charging. So now we're at 11 watts or so, 11 to 12 watts. And usually the watch only charges at about 1.5 watts or so when it's fairly close to fully charged. So that's about right. So we're getting very close to that 11 watt number with this charger using the 18 watt adapter. Next, let's test the PowerPort Atom PD1. This is a 30 watt charger. And let's go ahead and plug it in. Now, we may not get the fullest speeds based on the charge state of the phones, but let's go ahead and put this on the charger and see what we get. So we're up to 73% on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's nice and cool. Let's see what this charger will do, if it will ramp up to at least 10 or 11 watts. So we're at just about 10 watts, 11 watts or so. It jumps between 9 and 10.5 or so. So we're getting about the same with the PowerPort Atom PD1. And then if we put the watch on it, you'll see that the actual wattage will change. It just jumped up to 12 or so when charging the watch, because it's only using about 1.5 watts, depending on what it's charging at. Now let's go ahead and try the PowerPort 3 Nano. So again, we'll unplug it, place the Nano on the charger, unplug everything, plug the Nano in. We'll let the meter boot up, and again, we'll put the phone on. We'll give it a moment to charge here. There we go, it's charging, and we'll let the meter ramp up and let the voltage or current ramp up. So now the Anker Nano 3 is at 13 watts or so, so we're going up between 12 to 13 watts, almost a little bit more than that. And then if I put the watch on it to charge at the same time, it should bump up. You saw it hit 15 there. So it looks like we're going to get good speeds out of pretty much anything here. Out of the actual adapters, the one I would use is probably the PowerPort 3 Nano from Anker or the 20 watt from Apple. That's probably what I'd go with. You probably have one already if you've bought one for your iPhone. Or, of course, if you have a MacBook charger laying around, you could use this. You won't get faster than 14 watts, even if you go up to one of the fastest chargers. And you really need to be in a cool environment around 50% or lower to get the fastest speeds, and then it will continue around 11 watts from what I'm seeing. So anything that's compatible seems to be working. Again, I wouldn't necessarily go with the older PowerPort PD1. It doesn't seem to be an advantage here, but it does seem to charge fine with any of the other adapters. Now you can charge your AirPods Pro or AirPods if you have the wireless charging case, and any Qi compatible wireless charging device. So if you put the 11 Pro Max on here, for example, you'll see that it's charging. So we're at 85% and it's charging. You cannot charge on the watch side, and you can't charge a watch on the MagSafe side. So you can charge anything else though. Now another thing is if you have a MagSafe phone attached to it and you lift it up, it will bring the charger with it. So it doesn't hold itself down. It's not heavy enough to do that. You will have to physically detach it. That's not true with the watch though. If you have the watch on it, we'll just plug the watch in here quickly, take the watch off, and it will come right away. So just keep that in mind. It does sort of pull the side of this up a little bit, but it seems to be basically a travel charger that you could put on your nightstand, throw in a backpack, or just bring with you wherever and fold it up when you're done and throw it in a backpack or a bag. It's nice and compact, so that part's nice. And hopefully we see more accessories like this from Apple with MagSafe. But let me know if you're going to pick one of these up or if you've already ordered one in the comments below. And of course, if you'd like to get your hands on the wallpaper I have in this video, I'll link it in the description like I normally do. If you'd like to get your hands on the different chargers and things, I'll link those as well. If you haven't subscribed already though, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.